This is going to start with the Platinum class, our top three finishers in the opening round of the championship. Tim McKenzie, your winner, Fernando Pena in second, Mike Mills in third. And it was a great race. Let's start with Mike, bringing it home in third. First of all, one of the stories here, certainly along with your performance, is the program that Effort Racing has created and brought into this that you certainly are riding the wave on here. And you've got to be happy with how things have turned out in your first race with this program.
Yeah, I got to tell you, as our team owner would say, we're truly blessed. We really are. As some of you guys know, we put together something in Atlanta, and Chuck stepped up and gave us the funding we needed to get there, and we ended up pulling off a win in the second set of pole. And from that, we just kind of rode the wave and took the momentum and created this year, and we've got a full season commitment and a platinum car to run all year. We're just going to go as hard as we can the whole time. We're just not going to let up.
And you had to do that in this race. Obviously, it got interesting right at the beginning. Things were shuffling behind Tim just a little bit with drivers moving up, and you had D. Bryce, who was looking quick, and then had the spin that kind of obviously convoluted everything for a little bit there. And then late in the going, you found yourself with a lot of Casey Coleman in your mirror, and you had to survive that. All in all, pretty interesting race.
Yeah, Hunter Wright's our engineer, and man, he really did a great job in giving me a car that was really, really good in the middle of the race. I mean, the car was super strong in the middle. And once I just, quit worrying about all the traffic and everybody around me and just focused on the task at hand, I was able to just put in a flyer, which is a really clean flyer. Once we got into traffic and some of the lappers, it was, having a hard time getting through. They're just, not wanting you through. Fernando had a big problem with one of them too as well. It was a difficult situation. You're driving as hard as you can, and so are they. You're just trying to get through them as quick as possible. So it ended up, in as good as I could have hoped. Real happy to be on the podium, and just real happy to be here.
Excellent race. Let's move to second place. Fernando Pena, who had done a brilliant job in qualifying, had that second quick time, very few laps on the tires. And you had a guy by the name of Burkhard Bechtel, who does the TV commentary for the German Carrera Cup, going, watch this guy, because he's played the tire strategy very well. And you end up on the podium. Again, a very good run, but I know you had closed up and were really hounding Tim at the end, and then you mentioned that you had a little bit of a development real late in the race that cost you just a little bit of time.
Yeah, things were coming along actually quite well for the second half of the race, and then probably within 4 or 5 laps to go, the car got a little bit nervous and settling on the rear between 14 and 16. The team was instructing me that we were actually getting pretty good lap times, and we were going like between 3 and 4 tenths faster than team, which was pretty encouraging. But then once the car started getting a little bit settled, I didn't know if I had a flat tire or if something else was going on, so I had to take it easy. And the pace that team was putting down, if you try to be cautious for 3 or 4 turns, basically the gap is unreachable again, and I just have to conserve for another couple of laps.
Were you driving the gap, or were you just going as quick as you could because you were worried about what was unfolding?
Well, that's sort of top secret, but no, I wish I could say,
you'd have to kill us all. All right.
I wish I could say I was loafing out there, but no. When I see Fernando and all these guys that are in the mirrors, obviously you respect them and you drive as hard as you can to make sure there's a gap. The only issue would be if there's a yellow flag, and then it's going to tighten up anyway. So there's no reason to put the car at too much risk. But no, there were certain laps where Fernando gained on me, and certain laps where I was able to move away a little bit. But it was hard racing the whole way.
And we talked about that on the podium. It's difficult, but it makes it ultimately very satisfying when you survive pressure, especially coming from different quarters as the race unfolds. And you said it wasn't perfect, but it was pretty good.
Well, yeah, how can you be wire to wire? That's very happy, very proud of myself and the team, and I'd love to think that would continue, but obviously it's not going to tomorrow. There's going to be other things at hand that we have to do. So, but no, it was a great race.
Absolutely it was. I think it's interesting here, folks. You got the Effort Racing, which is a relatively new program, Wright Motorsports that's been around a little bit, but relatively new, and then Kelly Moss, one of the legends in this type of racing.